Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Corey, better known as the C-Man, and I want to welcome you to another edition of the C-Man's Cinema Sit-Down. I tell you, I got my laptop back at the right time, man. I've been working on starting to get all sorts of content ready to get up that I haven't been able to get to, and things that I've wanted to do, and things that just happened. And while I'm literally editing my update video that welcomed everybody to season 7 of the C-Man's Cinema Sit Down, yes, it's here, it's happening, and gave you an update on what was going on with the laptop, and that it was here, and that we were rolling, and the different things that were coming up, and nowhere on my radar was this official announcement from Marvel. But it dropped while I was editing, and I was like, stop! Focus and do something that I haven't really done much of, and something I want to try to do more of in the year 2024, and that's react and talk about live news as it comes in. What am I talking about? Why don't you pull up a chair, take a seat. Marvel has given all of us nerds a big Valentine's present with the official casting of the Fantastic Four, and C-Maniac Nation, let me tell you, they got it right. I tell you, this is the perfect casting for me, for this family. It's ironic because the Marvel shirt that I should be wearing for this is at my house. Actually, both options I should be wearing for this one are at my parents' house because the Fantastic Four are not present on this Marvel shirt. But you are talking about the first family of not just Marvel, of comics, man. The Fantastic Four are like those untouchable type characters, right? Like when you think about some of the things that have come out of Marvel, it's like Spider-Man, the X-Men, the Fantastic Four. Those are your big three, and the three that we always talked about, Disney didn't have their big three at all, and now they've got them, and these are the characters that have just been there for forever, and the ones that you most associate with these names. Like when you say DC, it's Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. When you say Marvel, it's Spider-Man, X-Men, Fantastic Four. And getting this casting right is the most important step in this process, at least at the beginning, as you head into our first Fantastic Four movie that's going to land in the MCU. And I have to say, when all the different options were out there, fan castings, different people that were being rumored to be talking to Marvel, there were 3 people. The minute their names appeared, I was like, that's Sue Storm, that's Johnny Storm, that's Ben Grimm. And those 3 people were the ones I was hoping the most for. The fourth, the Mr. Fantastic, the Reed Richards, was the one I kind of was in a bunch of different realms. You could go so many different places with Reed. And then Pedro emerged. And Pedro got cast very quickly after emerging. And the minute his name came up, I was like, 1, stupid me for not thinking Pedro. 2, if he's in, yeah, that's the guy. You lock him down as soon as you get your chance to, because Pedro Pascal, for me, I think is probably the most talented person in Hollywood right now. Everything this dude touches is fantastic. I love him as a person. I love what he does both on television and in film, and I love that he plays to all the different types of audiences, right, man? I mean, he's got the video game sphere. He's got the nerd sphere, right? I mean, he's been adjacent to the comics for a while, playing a bad guy in that Wonder Woman movie. In the, I think it's Shark Boy and Lava Girl, or maybe it's the Spy Kids, adjacent type movie that came out on Netflix, We Could Be Heroes. He's been in that superhero realm without getting a superhero, and he's perfect for Reed Richards. He can be an asshole, but he can be endearing. He can be a good father when you get to that point in the storytelling, if you get to that point in the storytelling with him and Sue. So once he came out, and then it was announced, you knew Pedro was the man, but the other 3 spots floating up in the air, Marvel landed exactly where I was hoping they would. Vanessa Kirby is going to be our Sue Storm, a.k.a. the Invisible Woman. I'm so stoked for this. I've been on the Vanessa Kirby bandwagon and train for a long time. And I won't lie to you, the first thing that kind of brought me to Vanessa Kirby the first time I saw her pop up on screen, she's freaking stunning. I mean, she is a beautiful woman, and then she's British on top of that, so you hit me with the combo, man, the accent and the looks. I'm just like, whatever you want to do, Vanessa Kirby. But then I started watching what she was doing on screen, and her acting capabilities are phenomenal, whether it's being an Oscar-nominated level actor, when she got the chance to step out and do something like that, or someone who's popping up in the Mission Impossible movies that can lock down action, get involved, get dirty, do all those types of things. Like, she's the perfect combo of a person that can play a mom, a wife, like the things that we've seen her do, right? But she can also do the action and the adventure stuff that comes with being a superhero. And I think when you got Pedro Pascal, I think Vanessa Kirby is a phenomenal duo for him and a great second to his lead. And she will be a lead just as much as he is. Those are the two people that are going to be your front faces for this franchise. They're going to be the front and center, the ones that I think, while you get with everybody, like Reed Richards, Sue Storm, Mr. Fantastic, The Invisible Woman, like those are the first two big ones, and I think it's a perfect pairing. I can't wait to watch what they do on screen. But like I said, I think both of them can handle all the different things that you can get from those two characters. And then it's so funny, I literally just watched the trailers for A Quiet Place Day 1 and was talking about how I can't wait to see what Joseph Quinn gets after that unbelievable season that he had with Stranger Things. And it's like, it's finally starting to happen, right? You're seeing the Quiet Place stuff. He's been in the mix for the Fantastic Four. Well, he's not in the mix anymore, baby. He is on the Fantastic Four roster as our Johnny Storm, aka the Human Torch. Again, it just feels like a match made in heaven. Here's your young up-and-coming person that you want. Like, you've got your two veterans, you got your two names. Now you have a guy who is a name that's starting to be mentioned. A name that people do know in certain spheres, but someone that, like I said, is going to start, I think, to get red hot. And having him be Johnny Storm, who's a red hot character, perfect. I think he can, while he was very, very grunge in Stranger Things, I think he can pull off the playboy attitude and the, everything that he hates in Stranger Things. I actually think Joe Quinn can do all of those things, and I think he's going to be a lot of fun. He can definitely nail the humor stuff. He can handle the action things. I know Stranger Things doesn't do the craziest action, but how he functions in there, you can see how that can translate to someone like Johnny Storm. I think he's going to be a motor mouth, fast-paced, highly energetic, and just, I think, the perfect up-and-coming actor to land a spot on the Fantastic Four roster. And if people are not familiar with Joseph Quinn, trust me, you are going to be very, very happy. And as you watch him play Johnny Storm, you're going to be like, this was the perfect casting. And then the fourth, but certainly not the least member, maybe the biggest, actually no, not maybe, definitely the biggest member of the Fantastic Four, Ben Grimm, aka The Thing, goes to my man, cousin Ebon Moss-Bachrach. I am stoked. Someone that I wasn't thinking of, but when I heard that he was being interviewed at Marvel, I was like, if you don't lock him up to be Ben Grimm, you are dropping the ball. What he does as cousin on The Bear over on Hulu and FX is just phenomenal. And all the things he does there, specifically with the swings into motion in the kitchen and with his family, right? Like the fact that show is so family driven and the Fantastic Four is such a tight-knit family, but has those chinks in the armor when things kind of start to break down or go wrong. Cousin is the perfect Ben Grimm. I mean, like, if you were looking at the Bear as the Fantastic Four, like, you'd be sitting there going, yeah, Cousin is totally Ben Grimm. He's going to be able to have those swings of emotion. But what's great, and the thing that I love so much about Ben / The Thing is, yeah, okay, he's going to be CGI a lot, right? But that doesn't matter. I mean, we have beloved characters, Bradley Cooper's Rocket, and even Vin Diesel's Groot. Like, while they're physically not there, their performances are things that and that's going to come through for Ebon Moss. But when he's not in the CGI stuff and he's just Ben Grimm, I'm sure at the beginning of all of this, or any flashbacks that we have, he's going to be able to nail all the emotional things, because Ben is a soft-hearted guy, man. Like, while he is a brute to look at and physically, he's got that soft heart, and that's something that Ebon can totally nail, as well as all the anger and rage and repressed just feelings that he has, which I think line up perfectly with things that he's done in The Bear, with what you can do with Grimm and The Thing. And I just think that these four could not have been a better group to cast for the first family of comics. It's the first and biggest step in this whole journey. If you get the cast wrong, I don't care how good the movie is on the page, on the screen. The cast is what's gonna drive this whole franchise and possibly drive the whole MCU, right? Like the bringing in of the Fantastic Four is going to be like immediate major players in Avengers things, and like these are gonna be faces we see a lot upcoming in Marvel, and I think they absolutely nailed it. I mean, Pedro, Vanessa, Joseph, and Ebon, fire me up. And the great thing too is, while like I said, you kind of get your veteran and your named actors with Pedro and Vanessa, and Joseph, is certainly an up and coming star that has a large. And this is where I think him and Ebon are cool. Ebon Moss-Bachrach, been around obviously a little bit more, but he's really starting to pop with the Bear stuff, and you have a community of fans there that might not be Marvel fans. You have a community of fans in the Stranger Things world that might not be Marvel fans, that those two are going to bring to the theater. And like I said, and then you just have your two fronts are about as strong as you can get with the actors in the age ranges that you would want for these characters to play these characters for a long time. So this is a perfect casting for me. I'm so excited for the Fantastic Four. I can't wait to see how Feige brings these ones to life the way that he's done it with Spider-Man and other heroes that we had seen before, but we're kind of feeling like we were seeing them for the first time in the MCU. Very, very excited for the Fantastic Four. I'm shutting up. I'm flipping it to you. I want to know what you're thinking, what you're feeling about Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic, Reed Richards, Vanessa Kirby as the Invisible Woman, Sue Storm, Joseph Quinn as the Human Torch, Johnny Storm, and Ebon Moss-Bachrach as the Thing, Ben Grimm. Where are you landing on these four? Where were they on your lists? Do you think Marvel nailed it? Is this a group to be excited about? If it was someone who got cast that wasn't in your picks, are you happy with where they went? Is it something you're going to be able to get over? Are you burnt? Are you feeling not sure? You got to see what happens. Show me a trailer. Show me people in costumes. What about this group? What about the Fantastic Four is hitting, not hitting, good, bad, indifferent on our official Fantastic Four casting announcement? Put it down below in the comment section. I look forward to talking to you down there. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new, you want to come hang out with the C-Man anytime. We're talking movies, TV, trailer, reactions, all things hopefully this year, including some of the news things that'll be popping up and other things that people are talking about. You want to be here for it. You haven't yet. You want to show a little love and support to the old C-Man. Well, hey, come join C-Maniac Nation. Super easy. All you got to do, jump over there, hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell if you want those alerts. And until next time, for the C-Man's Cinema Sit Down, I've been the C-Man. I'm signing off. Peace. Hey, what's up, C-Maniac Nation? Winter Ken here, where we grow out our roots and our beard, letting you know that you can see some new C-Man videos right up here and right down here. And if you want all those videos and show that man a little love and support, come join C-Maniac Nation right over there, and the C-Man will catch you on the next one.